And welcome back. We are here on the new show, Nye County. And like I said earlier, Nye County is open for business. And who do you want to see when you come to Nye County to talk about business? But Paul. And Paul will give you his first and last name and the name of his group, which is Increta, and he'll tell you what it stands for now. How about that, Paul?
Okay, great. Well, Increta is the Nye County Regional Economic Development Authority that was established in 2012. I just became the executive director about 3 months ago. I'm still getting my feet wet, so forgive me for not having all the answers that you need right now. But I will tell you that I have visited a lot of the townships and communities, and I'm very excited about what is taking place out there, and especially for Pahrump. Increta is basically was basically designed through GOED, the Governor's Office of Economic Development, through the county and state to establish a main, how should I say it?
Economic development?
Nah, that as well, but a main representative for the governor and Nye County to represent Nye County. So basically, Increta is business retention, business development, coordination with other counties in Nye, just to develop any way, any form of business that we can. This is based upon jobs that from 2008, the fallout of the economic fallout, so that we could begin and start to develop anew and bring back businesses and bring back jobs to Nye County.
That's good.
Okay.
Let me go on to the next step here.
Okay.
The next question I have is, we had, there was an advertising thing, I don't know, a year ago or something, New York State, you know, they were trying to get people back to do business in New York. Why you'd want to, I don't know. They tax you to death, but they had these taxing, oh, we, won't pay taxes for 3 years. What I tried to explain to people was that was in certain areas, right, certain type of business, certain number of employees. It wasn't that you could go open a sandwich shop and you weren't going to pay taxes for 3 years, right? And so part of Increta's, the reason it's important to have, I believe, is because I've had many people say, well, why aren't the commissioners bringing businesses here? Right. Well, first off, it's not the job of government to create business. It really isn't. The best government can do is get out of the way of business or help business, function within those rules, I think. So the tax issue, I had always told them, and I'm sure I'm right, maybe you can clarify it, is the county can't unilaterally say, okay, you don't have to pay property tax, or you don't have to pay sales tax, or whatever tax it is. We have to go through the state, and in order to do that, we need an economic development agency like the one you are now to help bridge that. So can you tell us about maybe some of the tax incentives you could get, depending on the size of business or anything like that?
Well, those mostly fall into clean energy, Brownsfield, which is the restoration of contaminated areas within the county. We just applied for one in the aerospace industry, which had to do with Mercy Air, the emergency response helicopter for the county, and all the regions and counties in Nevada did that as well. So those are some of the examples that tax incentives could be used for. For the larger businesses coming in, that would have to be something that would have to be negotiated between the governor's office or the state offices in regards to exactly what you're bringing in and what do you want to do for the county.
Right.
Those are just a few of the many that go on. I mean, let's talk about the defense. Let's say that the Defense Department wanted to come in here and initiate some new program in the county. They would look for maybe some kind of tax abatement in regards to that, and it would be based upon the certain particulars of their business and what they were going to be doing as far as that is concerned.
So it's not as simple as the commissioners can just say, okay, you don't have to.
Or exactly. Yeah. And the other thing that I'd like to bring up on another area in regards to that,
Nye County has grown up. I've been in this community for 20 years. I've seen a lot of changes take place. We just can't arbitrarily do anything anymore. Business comes in here, there are zoning laws, there are Nevada revised statute rules and regulations that the commissioners have no control over. This must be abided by state law and federal law. So, you know, to say that we're pushing businesses away, I have to say I'm willing to go anywhere and bang on anybody's door and discuss anything with anybody in regards to bringing a business into Nye County. And if they can, you know, meet the requirements and regulations in regards to the business placement here in the community or any of the communities, I think they'd be more than welcome. But they're just not going to come in here and just say, we want all of this. Why should we do that? None of the other counties, Washoe, Clark County, or none of the other counties are doing that. They're, you know, sure, if the business tax abatement incentive works, sure, they're going to go forward for that. But otherwise, no, they need that tax base, and that's what I'm all about too. I'm obligated to make sure that we bring in businesses that will provide a tax base for our revenue in Nye County.
Right. All of that in the other communities you talk about, what they have that we don't have is infrastructure.
Right.
And that is a big issue for us here, and that's why there are certain rules and regulations in place. We had preferred equity years ago, cut up the valley, put up all these home lots and business lots, and provided no roads, no water and sewer, no. So we've been busy at the county level to identify those areas that can best site a business, and to try to extend infrastructure. I've worked on RTC. I've been chairman of that for 3 years now. And we've improved a lot of areas, and there's a lot coming forward. My attitude to business, and I think that's why a lot of new businesses, when they're thinking of coming here, they end up, somebody tells them to talk to me. Because my attitude is, you want to invest in our county? Come on down.
Right.
What can we do to make it happen?
Right.
Now, there are certain federal and state things we can't do, but any county ordinance that we wrote, we can rewrite. But we have to protect the citizens here. The difference is, I think that a lot of people think, oh, just bring them in and it pays for itself. If they don't pay for the road improvement, because a lot of places don't have roads still,
Right.
all the rest of us are going to pay for those road improvements. So those things that they do affect. Now, if they come in and they can guarantee us 600 jobs for 10 years, I'd be happy to have the county pave that road.
Well, maybe, but then again, you have safety issues that you have to relate to, you know. And I mean, I'm one that's out here trying to bang the door to bring in a movie theater. You know, well, bringing in a movie theater is great, but you know, that parking lot, those handicap requirements, you know, that the outage and innage of the traffic flow has to be determined. And you know, the zoning, you know, requirements go hand in hand with that. So there's a lot to it. You just don't plop a business down anymore. Right. I mean, the ones that I deal with mostly are the onesies and twosies. You know, the small business entrepreneurs, which you know, I love, and I you know, would like a minute or two to talk about that as well. But I know we're kind of minute left. But one push I'm doing right now in the county is that, look, if you have a business that you want to open up, we have what we call a revolving loan fund. It's only $5,000, but let me tell you something. It can begin your business. We ask very little except for a business plan, something that we can look at. We don't want you to fail. We have free business consultant who will be happy to go over that plan with you, discuss it, and work it with you. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. I'm at my office most of the time, and I'm willing to meet with anybody at their office or at their business location. I'm willing to expand the business. I'm willing to, you know, if you need to move your business so that you can make more money, I'm willing to do that. I mean, there's a ton of initiatives that I'm willing to help you with, and anybody who has an idea, please don't hesitate to
contact Paul. We're going to put his information on the bottom of the screen for you. If you're interested, come on up. Again, Nye County is open for business.
Oh, yes.
We are welcoming to all, and there are many businesses that are being cited currently. And I can't say everything, but outside the raceway, there's 100 acres of commercial subdivision that's going in there real soon. And Paul's going to be real busy, so get in touch with him quickly.
Yeah.
And tell him what you have and what you might need, and we'll see what we can do, because I think we are business friendly.
I have no doubt about that. And if there's any way that I can make it happen, you know, I have a board of directors, and the commissioners and this board of directors have been nothing but supportive about businesses and economic development in the county. So please call me, get a hold of me, you know, come up to my office, you know, and just talk to me.
Okay.
That's it.
Well, we're going to be back in just a minute, and we will talk about Yucca Mountain, not dead yet. Thank you.